6 years in Canada, still no PR. So today I want to share my flagpoling experience. If you've been following my journey and you've been a part of my live events, you'll remember that I thought that my minor son is in status simply because I have a work permit because he has a visitor's visa. So I didn't know that you need to have a visitor's record or even a study permit. A study permit is not necessary for a minor, but for the child to remain in status, they need a visitor's record. I did not grasp that concept. I thought that, you know what, I have a permit, he's a minor, he's in school, we've even traveled across the border, and they didn't ask me anything. So I'm thinking, he's good. A bit worried since the live, since learning that he needs to have a visitor's record. It has been on my mind, and so today I decided to go to the border to do a flagpole. I didn't want to just apply for a visitor's record because in a sense he's out of status, right? So I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere where I can talk to someone face to face so that they can understand where I'm coming from, if there's even a need to explain. Okay, so let's get into the process. So the first thing I did, I read up on canada.ca where it stated that you're able to flagpole, and this was an update as of 2024 July. So that is why I'm thinking this is recent update, so I'm going to work with it. So they had three borders listed: Peace Bridge, Rainbow, and I believe Queen Lewiston, I believe. So I decided to go to Rainbow Bridge, which is the one in Niagara. I got there, I left home at about 5 a.m. this morning, and I got there around after 6 thereabout. I didn't really know how it worked. So we parked across the road and we walked through the door to the one that says to the bridge. So we had to pay $1 each toll. When I went through the door and I realized the distance we have to walk, I said to my husband, no, let's drive over. Big mistake. So we went back, we drove over, and it took so long when we drove over. There were persons that I saw the same time when I got there, who walked over the bridge, got through and left, and we were still sitting there for a long time. I don't know if it's because we drove, I don't know, but it took so long. Nevertheless, we were finished. We went back to the Canadian border, and once we got there, the guy was like, we're done for the day. We're done for the day. And I'm like, the website, and he just cut me off. He was like, people are here waiting from 10 o'clock in the night. So I'm like, but the website, and he cut me off again. He's like, I may need to go to a different location, whether it be Sarnia or Windsor. I should go to the further ones because this one, the Rainbow Bridge, is busy. Long story short, because doing a back and forth with him would just not make a difference. He basically said, unfortunately, I cannot flagpole there because it's full. They've done their intake for the day. And in my mind, I'm like, but the website says 8 a.m. to midnight. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I won't win. So anyway, I said to him, what about my son? Because I was actually also asking about extending my work permit. But I just went into, what about my son? I want to know that he's in status. He took the book, he stamped it. So now my son is in status, which is a good thing. And so we left. And on our way back, maybe 15 minutes into our journey, I said to my husband, let's try the other border. Let's go to Fort Erie. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I said, let's go to Fort Erie. Let's try and see our luck there because, it's always said that we are left to the mercy of immigration officers or, the customs officers. So I said, you know what, let me go and try somewhere else. And instead of going straight across the bridge, we made a U-turn back to the Canadian officers, and we pretty much explained our situation to him. He was so kind, so nice, so like completely different experience. I explained my situation to him. By now it was after 9, and he did say that the intake for 8 o'clock has closed off. However, that border is not so busy. He knows they will reopen at 12. So he would suggest we just, go grab breakfast or whatever, go across the US border again, and then come back. And he's sure that they can assist me from there. So I did that. I went, an easy process to get in. We went in. I did want to see again if I could get my work permit extended. They did confirm again that my son is good to go, he's in status and all of that, but unable to extend my work permit. I should apply online. So I will be doing that. But that's my experience with the flagpoling process. Once you go, what I've learned today, the process might be a little bit longer, but you don't need a US visa to flagpole, because when you go across the border, what they will do is just refuse you. So basically, when you come back to the Canadian border, then you can do your process from there. But yeah, flagpoling is actually a thing. So if there's something that you really desire to do and they can do it, it can be done. And so even though I'm disappointed that my work permit could not be extended there, I am super elated that my son is in status and there was no issues, there was no drama, there was no questions. They just stamped his book and we're good to go. So all I need to do now is to simply extend my work permit that I will apply on the IRCC website. And as I said, I'm just elated that that worry is now over with regards to my son. So if you're experiencing the same situation, then I do suggest you check out the possibility of flagpoling. And yeah, I hope you gained some insight from this video. Please like, please share, please subscribe.